up guys, it's Nicole, also known as Nikki Vegan, and today I'm going to show you how you can make your own DIY spice blend. And this is the easiest way to shake things up in the kitchen because you can make the same food that you're always making, whether it's oatmeal or a veggie bowl, and just by changing up the spice blends, you can totally change the flavor and the level of enjoyment that you get out of eating that food. And all the spices that I used in this video are from Thrive Market, because if you guys have ever been to the grocery store and you go down the spice aisle and you look at the prices of spices, they're expensive, and usually that's not even for organic spices. And I find that spices are usually really concentrated, you know, they're ground down into a powder, so we're using quite a lot of them. And if they have pesticides being ground up with them, I don't know, that just makes me feel like it's probably not great to put into your body. But the organic spices at the grocery store can be so expensive. So I like to get mine on Thrive. You can get organic, non-GMO, flavorful spices for way cheaper than the grocery store. And it kind of is like having your own little toolbox in the kitchen. I think if you have a cupboard full of spices, you can really kind of get creative. It's like coloring, right? It's like, what color am I going to use today? So if you guys want to try Thrive Market and have your own toolbox cupboard of spices to get creative in the kitchen with, then go ahead and click the link below. I will have lots of info about Thrive down there. And with all that said, let's get into the video. The first blend I'm going to make is this seasoned salt, and for this you're going to need 2 tablespoons of sea salt. I really like this real salt. It's a unrefined sea salt, so it has a really great flavor and also has really good minerals that aren't, you know, kind of processed out of it, so it's really good for your body as well. And I add 2 tablespoons of that plus 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper for just a little bit of heat, and about 10 good grinds of black pepper from my black pepper grinder. Making these blends is kind of cool because before you shake it up, it kind of looks like those sand art things you make at the fair when you're a kid. So this is kind of a fun thing to DIY, but you just want to close it up, shake it up, or stir it around, or however you want to mix it, and then you are good to go. You can use this on everything from avocado toast to potato wedges. I'm using some store-bought sweet potato fries here, just the frozen ones, and because they're frozen, you can just kind of put them in a bowl, add a little bit of the seasoned salt, toss it around, and it kind of sticks really well, and then I put that in the oven, and this just really amps up the flavor and makes it taste like a million times better. I like to drizzle these fries with a little bit of ketchup and some tahini for some creaminess. I find that if you have kind of both of those textures with that slightly spicy salt mixture, it's really good. Plus a dollop of hummus because I put hummus on everything. Next, I'm going to show you how to make a vegan Italian sausage blend. This has a lot of those same flavors that are used when seasoning sausages, so it's really great anytime you're making anything Italian. This is a salt-free blend, so you can use this in conjunction with salt and pepper, but you don't have to overdo it on the salt with this. So you're just going to need 1 tablespoon of dried basil, 2 teaspoons of fennel seeds. This is really important for that quintessential Italian sausage flavor. Then we're going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 2 teaspoons of ground oregano, and 1 teaspoon of paprika. Then this is optional, but I really like the little extra kick of adding 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. You can kind of adjust this to how you like it, but I find that little bit of heat in the background really kind of rounds things out. And you can use this anywhere that you would use dried Italian seasoning, whether it's just on potato wedges or on veggie bowls, or if you're making the bolognese that I showed in a previous video, I'll link it down below. You can use this instead of Italian herbs, and it turns out really good. Now we're going to switch things up and go to the sweet side, and this is really good for anytime you're making an apple pie or your oatmeal in the morning. It's super versatile. You're just going to need 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of ground allspice, and 1/2 teaspoon of clove. This is immediately going to start making your kitchen smell really good and kind of like the holidays, so just be warned, it's amazing. And I really like using this, like I said, on my oatmeal. You can also put a little bit of this into your pancake mixture or into your smoothies, and I also really like sprinkling it on top of apples. It just kind of makes eating a raw apple a little bit more enjoyable because it kind of punches up the flavor and makes it a little bit more interesting. Next, I'm going to show you how to make chocolate goji powder. Now this is really versatile. You can use it to make kind of a twist on a hot chocolate, or you can put it in your smoothies, which is what I like to do, and it adds a ton of superfood nutrition to whatever you put it on. So you just want to do 2 tablespoons or equal parts of raw cacao and 2 tablespoons of goji powder. Now goji powder is from the goji berry, which is a superfood as well, super high in vitamin C. And I know it sounds fancy, but again, it's just a powdered superfood powder that I found on Thrive. Like I said, it's a good source of iron, good source of vitamin C, vitamin A, and this blend kind of tastes like chocolate cherry. So if you like that combo, add this to like your banana ice cream, and it is a little bit bitter, so just keep that in mind. You're gonna have something sweet like a banana or some maple syrup to it, but it's really good. If you want the hot chocolate recipe, I will link it down below. Here I'm actually using it in a smoothie, so I've already blended up my spinach with some water, and then I threw in 1.5 frozen bananas, a whole bunch of frozen berries, and then I'm going to do a heaping spoonful of this chocolate goji mixture, which just really adds a lot of superfood, like I said, and also just gives it that nice kind of chocolate berry background. And I'm also going to be using this blend, which is the next one I'm going to show you, that has a lot of great seeds and a little bit of cinnamon and cardamom, and these two combined is really fun. So this is what's cool about making your own spices. You can mix and match and play around, and it really helps you get more creative in the kitchen. Last but not least, I'm going to show you how to make this superfood spice blend, which is basically just a mix of everything that I put in my oatmeal in the morning, but it's pre-mixed, so it saves me a lot of time. So I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, and I get my chia seeds on Thrive because I can get this great big bag. They're organic, they're non-GMO, and getting them in bulk is always going to make them cheaper. Then I add 2 tablespoons of ground flax and 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds. This combination of seeds together is really, really good for you. It's a perfect blend of all the omegas that you need, which is obviously going to be really good for your brain and for hormone regulation. So I love making sure I get this, especially in my oatmeal. It just is easy and kind of a habit I've created. Then I do 1 tablespoon of ground cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of cardamom. Cardamom is my favorite spice by far. My grandma used to make waffles with it in the morning, so it's very nostalgic, but it's also something that can be used for savory recipes, and it's usually very, very expensive. So this is why I like to get it on Thrive. You can get it organic, and it's really fresh, really fragrant, and if you've never smelled it, go buy some and smell it and tell me what you think, because it's really good. So again, we're just going to close this, shake it up, and I like to put it on oatmeal. As you saw, I also put it in smoothies. It's super versatile, so I hope you guys enjoy. So that is it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and let me know which spice blend you are gonna try first. If you try it, write back, let me know what you think. Tag me on Instagram. You can really get so creative with this, so I can't wait to see what you guys come up with, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.